This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Houston Texans.
Matt Bosher is set to kick off.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Conner. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he will have a touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Watch the slack. Watch the slack. 55's mine, guys. 55. All day, dog.
They start the drive with Conner. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Bernardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down, it's Conner. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney merciless. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. 2nd and 16. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Hitting Juju on the slant. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
It's a gain.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Carry now. This is Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 31 yards there and a first down. Nothing too fancy there. A simple toss left, but for whatever reason, the defense, they didn't seem ready for it.
Let me continue on with your thought right there, because after the play was over, I kept my eyes on the defenders. Watch them get off the ground, going back to the huddle, shaking their heads and kind of pointing to each other like, what just happened there? I think you're onto something.
And he stopped immediately there. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Here's Watson now on second down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
First down carry here for Johnson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Aaron Donald's the name most people think about at the defensive tackle position, but an All-Pro last year alongside him, Cameron Hayward, an absolute nightmare to try and block, and he gets into the backfield on that play and finishes it off with a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Dancing to his left. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Texans 7, Steelers 0.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
The 1-yard line.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go. Now with him, and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
1st and 10.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Watson again. This is Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. On 1st and 10 is Connor. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
James Conner.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. But it's brought in by Washington. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll roll him out right. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Watson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They toss it out right to Johnson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Matt Bosher is set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Washington.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Space to maneuver at the 40. Finds his running back, James Conner. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
At the 45-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play fake to Conner. Now Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Murray.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Devin Bush, the Steelers' leading tackler as a rookie last year, gets another there. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
For Pittsburgh.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 8 coming up. A shotgun snap for Watson. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Fuller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. First down. It's Johnson. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Watson. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Got that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the gun, Watson steps away to his left. Finding Fouls complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Texans 23, Steelers nothing. Matt Bosher set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Texans.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson rolling to his right. He's letting this one go, and the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That goes for a gain of 31. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. A toss left side, Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
To Johnson again. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fly
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And this offense continues to pour it on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. I got wide.
Here's Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Roethlisberger. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Wendy Merciless showing no mercy. Flies in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Roethlisberger going to get this one to Connor.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Complete to Washington. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Complete to James.
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8. Brings up 2nd from the gun again to Connor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter. This is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They go to Johnson again. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Johnson on the return. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 36. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Got an open man, it's Washington. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 16. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargreaves, the one who was there defensively.
2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go, D.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Texans, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.